Have you ever gone on a date with a woman in mule high heels and wondered what's going through her mind? Have you noticed the confident lift in her posture or the subtle sway of her stride? As the evening sun dipped below the city skyline as I stood in front of my bedroom mirror, heart fluttering like a hummingbird. Tonight was the night my first real date with Alex, whom I'd met at that cozy jazz cafe 2 weeks ago. I wanted everything to be perfect, from the gentle curl of my hair to the knowing sparkle in my eyes. But most of all, I wanted to feel poised and confident. That's why I chose my favorite pair of mule high heels, sleek 10-centimeter mules in a glossy ivory shade, with just enough height to remind me I was stepping into something exciting. As I slipped my foot into the open-back mules, I felt an instant lift, not just in stature but in spirit. The strap hugged my foot perfectly, and the slender heel made every fiber of my being feel elegantly elongated. Yes, they were a tiny bit daring for a first date, but that's exactly the point. I took a slow, thoughtful breath, glancing down at my legs, already feeling the soft power those shoes bestowed. I arrived at the little bistro 5 minutes early, a personal triumph considering how often my phone betrayed me with alarms. Alex was waiting outside, leaning casually against the brick facade. When our eyes met, my breath caught, but for a moment I almost forgot the heels. Everything else melted away. "You look amazing," Alex said, with a warm smile that made my cheeks tingle. I lifted my foot just to make an excuse. "Thank these?" I wiggled my toes inside the mules and Alex laughed, nodding. Halfway through our meal, the bistro's tiny speakers switched to a slow, sultry jazz tune. "Dance?" Alex asked, standing. I paused, heart racing, but those mules whispered encouragement. We swayed between the tables, me teetering slightly at first, then finding my rhythm. The heels, which had felt precarious moments before, now felt like trusted partners. As the last notes drifted away, Alex wrapped an arm around my waist and said, "You're incredible." I realized that more than the mules, it was my willingness to embrace a bit of daring that made the night special. By the end of the evening, as we walked back toward the streetlights, I felt a new kind of confidence settle in my bones. Yes, the mules had helped. They lifted me and gave me presents. But the real magic was the unspoken understanding that sometimes taking a small risk can lead to something beautifully unexpected.